everyone, my name is Knock, like knock knock the door. And as you can see, this is a mouth, right? We need a mouth to eat, to talk, to make jokes, and to flirt. So what we're supposed to do with this mouth? Here's the thing we have to deal with. Troubles come from our mouth. Troubles not only come from what we're doing, but also what we're talking. You guys already know that thoughtless words will harm to people surrounding us, but it also affects ourselves negatively too. So back to the days I was in Vietnam, I had a chance to learn about Buddhism, and Buddha said to mankind, "Bệnh từ miệng mà vào, họa từ miệng mà ra," which means we eat the wrong thing, we sick, but we say the wrong thing, we're done. Well, literally, we're done. When we say something out loud without considering if it's suitable with the situation or not. And we are the one who has to bear the consequences after all. What we talk, it doesn't fade away. It comes to people's mind. And every time people think about you, they think about what you did and your words. So thoughtless words will just stay there forever, will stick to your life. And that's the impression you left in people's head. To be more specific, I'll show you some real life examples that I found. Donald Trump, our guy who sticks to a lot of scandals. One, he said, "It's freezing and snowy in New York and we need global warming." Well, it makes sense to me, it does. But there's one problem. When all environmentalists, government, and organizations try to solve the common problem of our Earth, which is global warming and climate change. And this man, he's making a joke about it. But if he was serious about it, then it's the dumbest thing ever to say. Especially right now, he's the president of the most powerful and wealthy country in the world, which is US. So no one likes him, obviously. Yeah, like I don't like him either. So he is known as absurd, which is ridiculously nonsense. So the outrage, the angry people making memes about him. I'll build a giant wall and save you from global warming. This story about the wall is the famous one ever, I love it. On his campaign, he said, "I will build a great wall and nobody builds walls better than me. Believe me, I will build them very inexpensively. And I will build a great wall on our southern border. And I'll make Mexico pay for that wall. Mark my words." That's what he said, for goodness sakes. So, well, this is how people react on his speech. I don't have any words to describe this man. Yeah, build a wall around Trump. I'll pay for it. And this is my favorite one. Do you want to build a wall? So, yeah. So, not everyone not everyone met Trump outside, face to face. But we judge him like such a ridiculous man by what he said, right? Another example. This is Mariah Carey, a pop singer. She said, "Whenever I watch TV and I see those poor, starving kids all over the world, I can't help but cry. I would love to be skinny like that, but not with all those flies and death and stuff." Yeah. Well, I don't know if she was nervous or something, but everything was fine until the part "I would love to be skinny like that." They're awful. She's a great singer, no doubt. I admire her, but just by thoughtless moment, every time I think about her, I just think about these words. I don't know how about you guys, but this is the impression she left inside my head. So we human need to use our brain while we're talking. Don't just leave our brain right there and don't use it at all. So, honest. Honest is good, but sometimes a harmless lie may make someone's moment better. It depends on the situation. For example, a doctor cannot say to his patient who has the last stage of cancer that "You're gonna die tomorrow, I promise." Well, he can say that, but it's obviously hurtful. Like, you literally kill someone by these words, right? So another example, my aunt, she has a friend, a young woman, and they work at the same company. And one day, this woman posted a status on Facebook saying that her boss is sucks and her job is boring. Well, unfortunately, her boss read his status. The next day, he called her to his office. And you know what happened to her? She got fired. Maybe it's true. Like, maybe her boss really sucks. Her job is really boring. But she should have considered if it affects to her career and her future. So eventually she was struggling with finding a new job because no company wants to hire a girl who doesn't want to work and always blaming on her boss. You know, companies always have a way to find out your past and the real reason why you got fired from the last job. So be careful with what you're saying or you may regret it someday. Alright, to summarize what I've talked about, we just need to remember once we say something, we cannot take our words back. So thoughtless words will ruin the relationships surrounding us. And it also affects our career. And lastly, the combination of these two terms, which is we don't have any relationships and we don't have a job, things we're passionate about. So this is the worst level. For me, I don't want to reach this level at all. So this is my message. Eat carefully. We don't want us to be sick, so choose the food wisely. And say thoughtfully. Use the brain as a tool to help us have the best conversations to people. Thank you for being here.